So what you gonna do for your 20th birthday?
I'm gonna be in the field.
Oh yeah. You guys, my room is a mess right now. You know, packing for the field. We're gonna be in the field for about 7 days. It's raining out there, kind of stinks. My camera died, so I had to change it. So right now I'm working on this logo that I got for my guys. Boost some morale, you know. Here it go right here. I'm gonna show y'all. You know, we rate ours as a Q53 for artillery in the back. Yeah, so if they don't like it, oh well. That's what we're gonna do. They're gonna learn to love it. But anyway, so on to this video, right? Which I came here for. So I'm gonna get right into it. First and foremost, I was forced branch field artillery. I was forced branch. Forced branch meaning I did not choose the job that I'm currently doing as an officer. Okay. So this is another thing you guys need to understand. When you're going through these commissioner sources, you don't always get to choose what job that you have as an officer. So I'm only gonna speak on what I know, which is OCS, right? Officers Candidate School. In my class, when I went through, there was about 60 people trying to be active duty officers, right? 60 people. The allocations came out, like when the jobs came down, 75% of those jobs for those 60 people were straight combat arms. It's like one AG job, which is HR. It was like one finance, maybe zero finance, maybe some branch detail finance and stuff like that. Honestly, it was inevitable. A lot of females in my class were force branched combat arms jobs. You know, that's just the way that it was. So no, I did not want to be field artillery. I did not want to be a combat arms officer, period. So I had some great mentors tell me like, hey, you know, this could be a good opportunity for you. You know, like they just opened it up to females. So another thing to understand, so this is in 2017. I switched over to the officer side in 2017. They just opened up combat arms officer jobs of women in late 2016. So you see, it hasn't even been a year yet. You know, so another thing you have to understand is based off the needs of the Army. At the same time, the Army they also have to account for, okay, there's gonna be people who don't wanna do this job. They're gonna be forced to do this and they're gonna get out. So they have to push even more, you know what I'm saying? So that's why it was just kind of inevitable that I was gonna get combat arms. You know, I had no choice, you guys. It was either field artillery, armor, or infantry. Thankfully, it worked out this way. I'm happy that I'm now combat arms. I'm happy that I am a field artillery officer. I'm fulfilled with my job. I feel like I have a purpose. You know, training matters. And I'm saying this from a person that used to be support. So before I became an officer, I was enlisted and I was a HR specialist, right? If I would have gotten a support job, I probably wouldn't have stayed in the Army. I'm generally happy, you know, and when you're happy, you do a great job. And when you love what you do, like it shows, you know. So now let's talk about when I first got to my unit. Yes, I was nervous because this is a white male dominated branch and I didn't know how they were going to take me. I didn't know how they was going to accept me or if they will, you know, because I'm not that. I'm a black woman. So when I got to my unit, you know, people didn't really interact with me like that. It's like they were scared to talk to me, you know, and that's when I realized like, there's actually an advantage at me being at disadvantage. No one wants a sexual harassment case or an equal opportunity case against them, you know, so they tread it really lightly. Like, it's like they was so like polite and not really trying to talk to me. Like it was just short words, you know. It got better as we all got comfortable and stuff. So kind of weird at first, you know, no one wanted to talk to me. And then in their defense, you know, I am kind of intimidating, you know. Not only am I a black woman, I'm also tall, I'm 5'11". I have a commanding presence. Like, you know, that's just what it is. You can't just change it overnight, right? Because these guys aren't one, used to working with women, and two, not used to having women being in charge of them. You can't just rush the process, because especially if you're trying to change a culture, you're not going to change a culture like overnight like that, right? Let's see, what else am I asked? Yeah, will people test me, or if I ever felt disrespected because I'm a woman, like, you know, if anybody ever tested me because I was a woman, I'm going to say I'm gonna say yes. Yes, you will get tested, but what I will say is you're gonna get tested either way. For example, you have a bully, right? You have a bully. A bully don't just outright start disrespecting you. They don't just start smacking you in the back of your head. They build up to that. So for example, they might bump into you and you know, they don't say sorry, they don't excuse themselves, but you let it go, you let it pass, right? Then the next time it might be like, in that book, say just like that, pass me that book. They don't say please, you know, but you pass it to them. You pass it to them, they snatch it, they don't say thank you, but you don't say nothing about it, right? Then every time they talk to you, you know, you all timid and quiet and your voice is like this. No, put some fucking bass in your voice, right? What I'm saying is bullies, they're gonna smell that fear. And I'm not saying people gonna bully you. I'm just saying, right? Things lead up to a bully smacking the shit out of you in the back of your head. They don't just start smacking you in the back of your head. They do things to test you. They're gonna shit test you. And then when they see that you're not standing up for yourself, that's when it's gonna start, like, they're gonna start slapping you in the back of your head. Boom, boom, boom. Don't go in there all super aggressive, but what I'm saying is, you know, things don't just start out that way. You teach people how to treat you. So with that being said, you guys, you know, I am not naive. I'm not oblivious to anything. I know that racism is a thing. I know that sexism is a thing. I know these are things that happen every day, not just in the army, but in the world, period, okay? But what I'm telling you is that I do not make someone else's experiences my experience. And the way that I live my life, not to get preachy or spiritual on you or anything like that, but, you know, if I go into something thinking that, hey, like, this is gonna stop me, like my gender is gonna be a thing or whatever, that's exactly what's gonna happen. You're gonna get exactly what you fear the most, you know, and that's just what it's been. Okay, so I'm about to get back to this packing. You know, I'm probably gonna check you guys when we get to the field, so I'll check you guys later. What about you, Pena?
That's classified.
Y'all wanna tell me? What about you, Whit? Go ahead. You gonna go out with your girlfriend?
No. Side chick. She's in the States.
Oh, she in the States? Hey, if Whitaker girlfriend watching this, got a wild boy in your hands. Ooh, ready. I'm hungry. What's up? Looks like it's ready.
But then when I got to Lewis, later, they opened up the MLS.
What year was that?
I got there in 2013. It was around that time frame, I think.
Yeah.
2012, 13.
Because I know they allowed female enlisted first, and then they allowed officers.
So, honestly, I had a really bad experience. They were terrible. Like,
terrible as in what?
They fit all the stereotypes that you hear about women in the army. Like, I can't do this, it's too heavy, I can't lift this, I don't want to do this, you're a man, come do this job for me. It didn't help that a lot of them were physically hurt. There's a lot of hip injuries that they had.
Yeah.
They weren't very good. There was probably one or two that were decent, but the rest of them all got chaptered, either because of like indiscipline stuff. They got med boarded because they just physically they couldn't lift the heavy things that we had to at our MOS at that time. There's been some good ones that I've seen, you know, later come through and do things. Like she was survey. We took her with us when we deployed to Afghanistan. Cross training as a Romeo because that MOS was going away. She performed outstanding. I think she's a sergeant first class now. Like nice. Really good NCO. Like doesn't matter, you know, male or female, just a really good NCO.
So what about like now you have female officers?
No different. I mean, they don't do anything.
Here we go.
Like, I didn't think anything different. Like I really didn't.
So you think the fact that you was working with like female enlisted, it kind of like prepared you for working with female officers?
I think just being older and more mature and doing this for a long time.
Like before they opened it to females as well, did y'all get like a brief or anything like that?
I did.
You did? This is when you was 11 Bravo, you got a brief? You switched over before
yeah, but it was the first sergeant that brought us all in when they were bringing the first enlisted females to fucking Fort Campbell.
Okay, how was that?
Yeah, we didn't know what to do. Still didn't know what to do.
Y'all probably still don't, right?
Still don't.
And when I went to my first unit, it was like I felt like I don't know. I wasn't getting disrespected or anything like that, but no one was really like interact. Nobody didn't want to interact with me. Nobody didn't want to talk to me. It was like very short words. I'm a person too. I joke around too. Like, you know, I have a bunch of brothers. Like, I'm like, you know, but it's like nobody knew how to accept me or something. I don't know. But like, yeah, and I guess in that, so like, was that I don't know, the same for you?
It's always different. Like, I don't know. I remember I brought up to tell us not to, like, don't get involved. Like, avoid military. Don't say anything. Don't do anything.
And that's what they pretty much told you?
That's what they breathed in your head when you were a Joe.
How?
It's a culture thing. To break that culture. And it's not hard. I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with it. But the culture needs to change a lot more.
Yeah.
And that will take some time. It's not going to be an overnight thing. Because it's only going to take the one to fucking buy into the stereotype. And then, then it will blanket the rest automatically. Like, well, she fell out, that's why they're all garbage. I don't really pay mind to it.
People, come on. People say they don't pay mind to it, but come on.
Like, I say the same shit I say, regardless if it's a dude or a female. I don't sugarcoat it. I say exactly how it is.
I think it'd be the same if you were with all
females, right?
And a man showed up, it'd probably be different as well.
True, yeah.
It's both sides for the Army. It's mostly male dominant. If the roles were reversed, it'd be the same issue.
Yeah.
They're all talking about their vaginas and stuff. Like, I don't know what you're.
What's up, you guys? As you can see, I am finally back from the field. So, that clip you just saw, that was not staged, okay? We started talking about the topic of this video. I asked him if it's okay if I could film a convo. He was cool with it, you know. The other guys you've seen in the video talking, one of our Conifires officers. He's a warrant officer. You know, he used to be 11 Bravo enlisted. He used to be a first sergeant, you know. So it was good to hear some stuff from him too. Couldn't fit the entire convo in the video, but I thought that I got some good parts. Alright, you guys, so that's all I got for y'all for today. You know, thank you for continuing to tune in. Be sure you subscribe to my channel. I got a lot more dope content coming up. Alright, I know that I've been talking a lot about the Army and not really showing you guys the other parts of my lifestyle vlog, but I promise it's coming. You know what I'm saying?